What's going on YouTube? Dorito here, and today we got ourselves the Tao Motor Baja Sport 200, and what we're going to do is we're going to service the CVT transmission. Now that's different than changing your oil. That's changing the oil out in the transmission, and what it takes is a 80-90 weight, 75-90 weight gear oil, and I'm using the Lucas synthetic. You do want to use synthetic because it lasts a little longer. So what that consists of is you're going to pull your drain plug and you're going to pull your fill plug. You're going to pull your fill plug first, which is a 12mm bolt, and then you're going to pull your drain plug afterwards, and you're going to drain your fluid out. So I'm going to blow up the picture like I already have in the picture-in-picture there, and I'm going to put it over here at the side so you guys can see it. Like I said, right here is your fill plug, and right underneath is your drain plug. So let's get this done in under 10 minutes, shall we? Okay guys, we're back. And now you want to get yourself a 12mm deep socket and a thin wall socket as well, so you can reach in and pop this guy loose, okay? Which I did already pop it loose beforehand. Okay, so that's the 12mm. You're going to want to break it loose, and you're going to want to do the same thing underneath here as well with your 12mm that's right here. You're going to want to pop that loose. Now what you're going to want to do after that is it's pretty simple. You're going to want to set your pan underneath. You guys can see my pan right there. And then you're going to want to pull your fill plug first, because if there's any excess, you want to get that started so you're not having to worry about any burping or anything like that. Now you want to make sure and set your top bolt separate from your bottom bolt. Even though they're the same size bolts, you want to put back in what you had there. Now that's it might be pretty low, so let's go ahead and pull the drain plug here and see what we got coming out. We're also going to see the texture of it too and see what it consists of, because this is the braking oil that was originally in there, and this is the first time I've serviced a CVT transmission on one of these carts. So let's go ahead and get this dropped and see what it looks like. Let me get a little card real quick so you guys can see. A little piece of paper or something. There we go, that's perfect. A little white piece of cardboard so you guys can see the condition of the oil. Okay, so you want to drop your drain plug here. Once you got your drain plug out, you put that on the other side and let it go ahead and drain. Now, as you guys can see, the condition of the oil there doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't smell the best. So a little windy, so it might take a minute. Now, the longest thing about this, the oil change itself, is draining the oil. So it really doesn't take too much. So if you want to end up flushing the system, you know, you can always use some gear oil to flush it out and get all that old stuff out. So we'll probably speed up this process a little bit while it's doing it. And then while it's draining, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to prep up your oil. You want to cut your cap, get that set up. Now, it is kind of hard if you were going to try and put it in like this. It would be kind of hard to go ahead and fill with it sitting here with the cage. So what I did was I just took an old hose, cut a little piece, and then I'll be able to just stick it right in there and pump the fluid through. Okay? And get a little adapter too. That'll make it much easier. Make sure before you pull the plug, you got a little makeshift tool that you could use. Like an example, I'm going to put this in right here. We'll put a little bit in there to flush it right now. You know what, I'm going to use some other gear oil to flush it real quick. We're not going to use that. We'll go ahead and just use this right here. It's definitely not a full quart that goes in there. So you maybe take a little bit, put it in your inlet there. Put a little bit in there. Let it run through and flush. It isn't going to hurt anything. Now you can see the difference in that for sure. You see the difference there? So it's definitely time for a change. Get a rag here. Okay. So now that that's done, you're going to want to take your drain plug. And now I also marked it. I took a red marker, and you can barely see the red there, just so I knew it was the bottom plug. And I'm going to put that in there. And you want to put it in gently. Okay. There you go. Get that guy in there a little bit. Okay. Now you don't want to snug it up or tighten it all the way up yet, because you might want to drain some fluid afterwards if you overfill it or something. But you know, again, it's pretty easy and self-explanatory to fill this and drain it. Okay. So once again, you want to put this in, and you just want to fill her up and wait until it's draining out of there. Okay. So this may take a minute. And just keep on filling until it starts to drain out, and I'm squeezing the heck out of it. You got to have a little patience here. Get some more vacuum in there. It's really not the funnest thing to do here. Takes quite a bit. Okay, it's just starting to drip, so one more good squeeze should pretty much fill it up. Now, like I said, you want to fill it up to where it's going to drain out, and then you little bit drain out the top there. Okay. So now that we got it draining out the top, we'll let it drain a little bit. And then that way there it's level with the screw. When you go to put the screw in there, you're at a good level. Okay. A little bit more. All right. Isn't it fun watching oil drain? Okay, so you put your fill plug back in. Real basic right there. You want to make sure that it's free and it just floats right in. And you don't want to over torque this because this is cast aluminum and this is a steel bolt. So if you over tighten it and you bust them threads, well, you're going to have to do a little bit of work, that's for sure. So get them hand tight and nice and snug there. Once you got them hand tight, you want to go ahead and tighten them up. Okay? You don't want to get out of hand, but you do want them tight. Okay? Same thing with this. They have a little aluminum washer, little crush washer. You can feel the tension once you tighten it. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring this camera back and we'll get right back to you guys in 1 second. There's a CVT oil change in less than 10 minutes. All right, guys, we're back. And there you have it. It's real simple. Like I said, you've got a fill plug, you got a drain plug right underneath right here, and you pull that and you drain it out. You put in some oil. Now, I suggest, I use Lucas, for the gear oil. I like it. It's good stuff. No matter what brand you use, try and get a synthetic oil. That's what you want to use in this transmission. And also make sure it's at least 75 weight to 90 weight, just like that. You want to use it and make sure it's a trans and diff lube. Drain it, fill it, make sure it's full. Now, once you do tighten up your bolts, you want to take it, you want to test drive it as well too. And once you test drive it, you want to check for any leaks, make sure everything's copacetic and working right. And while you're under there, check your other stuff, check your chain tension, check everything like that. Okay? So anyways, like I said, there's a CVT transmission service in under 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to come back to Luch Mob Garage. Peace.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the bell. Thanks for watching. Bye.